Okay, we are live. Matthew says Florida's up 21-17. Really? Because I thought it was like 14-0. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Ole Miss, huh? Wow, that's there's my notifications. If you're watching this back, hopefully we'll get some people in here. I did not realize that Florida was beating Ole Miss 21-17. Wow. That's weird. Okay, who's the quarterback? TJ Lagway? I don't know what that's about. SEC, tough day. Yes. All right, come on in, guys. I got to listen to the fourth quarter of our game, and it sounded like every freshman, every player on our roster was in the game. I heard people's names that I was like, wow, a lot of people played today. A lot of people played. So, and we won. So there. Yeah. I knew we'd beat that team if you're just getting in here. I knew we. Oh, what's up, Julie? No interceptions. That's right. Yeah, I knew that team's line. Their defensive line was 250 average. Yeah, I knew they were too little of a team. So yeah, he had a good day, and then we pulled him in the fourth quarter for one of the freshmen. So there you go. Yep, got Vanderbilt's on a bye, so we need to win next week. And Vanderbilt put this to bed and get 6 wins. Would be nice. Matthew says, yeah, Florida's up 21-17. Wow. Alabama got beat. South Carolina was up big, and then they came back and won. All kinds of weird stuff going on. So I thought I would just jump on here for a minute and see what the heck happened today. It looked like I watched the highlights of the game. Looked like we didn't have any issues. McGowan scored 3 touchdowns. So, yeah, Louisville ended up losing that football game to Clemson the other night. That surprised me a little bit. So, so yeah, Julie, I'm glad Cutterboli had a good day, and he ran over that dude. I don't know if you saw that. He ran over a guy on the goal line. I mean, he nailed that guy. He did not want to be tackled. So he got a running touchdown, and he threw one to Harley Gilmore. We've been calling out Harley Gilmore finally. Seeing Carolina jackpot. Oh my God! You know what? I did go look at him, man. He has somebody put on there. You have a drinking problem. Yeah, man. You can't get that mad. It's sports. I mean, I don't like it when we lose, but I ain't gonna, get drunk and throw shit and look. First half it was all about how great. Maybe we should keep him. Then second half we got to get rid of him. See, that's sports. If you're like that, you're gonna be like this. If the only thing that makes you happy is winning, then your sports fandom is going to be like this right here. I try to keep it straight. We're going to win some, we're going to lose some. Oklahoma beat Alabama. Yeah, I saw that. Man, and Ole Miss is losing to Florida right now. So hey, what's up, Tony? Yes, Alabama got beat, so that helps out. I mean, we'll see how many people we get in the playoffs. I mean, this is the one bad part about the playoffs. If you lose 3 games, you're out. I mean, so yeah, that's bad. Yeah, they beat New Mexico State. Yeah, I didn't see the score, but I figure it's probably a pretty easy game. Tennessee's not gonna. I think you guys, we play Vanderbilt and you play Vanderbilt, so because we get Louisville, so scored. Okay, good, Matthew, good. All right, I have some money, a little bit of money on a parlay that Ole Miss is included in. And if you bet the over 4.5 wins for Kentucky at the beginning of the year, which I told you to do, you won some money. A lot of people won money on that today. So yeah, we went over. No betting, huh? I bet a little. I don't bet a lot, but I did make a lot off of that bet because I knew we'd win at least 5. I mean, you got to remember now. People said we were going to go 3-9. We were not going to win one SEC game. We would beat the 3 non-conference people, Eastern Michigan, Toledo, and Tennessee, and that would be it. And they were wrong. And hopefully we can keep it going, which will be a hard thing against Vanderbilt. So yes, 42-10. Yeah, I enjoyed that. I mean, I just watched the highlights and I enjoyed it. Watching the highlights, I did listen in. Like I said, I listened in the fourth quarter. Every freshman on defense we had on the roster was in there. Offensive linemen, we had some freshmen, quarterback, and we played everybody. So yeah, I mean, so I knew that they were too little of a team. Their defensive and offensive line just weren't big enough to. Yeah, I mean, and they covered the point spread and won a little money on that. So there you go. I don't bet a lot. I just bet a little, just for fun. Yeah. So, but no, everybody happy. And senior. Now, did somebody tell me there was nobody at senior day? Was there not that many people? I went and watched the video of senior day. And it looked like it was half empty. So I don't understand that. From Lexington Catholic is crushing it. Oh, really? I mean, I don't follow a lot of high school players because I'm in Southern Indiana. So no, who's Brady? What team is he on? You're telling me Brady, is that Wasik? What team is he on? Is he on our team? He isn't on our team, right? Because I know if he was on our roster. So, but no, I don't follow a lot of high school players except who we get because I'm not near Lexington or Louisville to know who they. I listen to KSR talk about people, but yeah. But no, somebody said that there weren't that many people at our senior day, so that sort of disappointed me. Then I looked at the video, and there weren't that many people. I don't know how many people were at the game today, but at the beginning for the ceremony, there wasn't a lot of people. So, what's up, Wildcat? Hey, what's up, man? Georgia beating Texas 13-3. Well, that Georgia, yeah. Look, they're not going to lose very many more games. I am in Evansville, actually. I'm actually in Evansville, right across the river here, from Henderson, Owensboro. So yeah. Okay, Georgia's winning. Well, I mean, Georgia, they find a way to win, don't they? We put up 468 yards of offense on this team. I knew we would today. 21-17 Gators. Oh, Ole Miss didn't score? Somebody said Ole Miss was about to score. We held them to 264 yards, which I knew we would. So we had 200 something passing, 200 something rushing. That's about where we need to be looking at our stats. And Hardly Gilmore caught a touchdown. So, wow. And wow, okay. Kendrick Law had 11 receptions for 124 yards. Bobby Knight, RIP. Yeah, Bobby Knight passed away. Indiana and Steve Alford. Yep, those were the days. Flag on the touchdown, timeout now. Okay. Well, Ole Miss is struggling. Who's playing quarterback, Matthew? DJ Lagway's not playing, right? Must be that new guy playing quarterback, right? I would think so. Maybe not. Pardon me if I'm going to sneeze here. I'm taking my headphones off. Excuse me. Oh, can't bless yourself, but yep, little man, hadn't stand outside all day. Got me. Lagway looking good. See, he either looks really good. I said this last week. He either looks really good or really bad. He does not have an in between. He either looks really like he's, the best thing ever, or he just throws so many picks against us. He looked bad. So, all right. Well, no, I just wanted to hop on for a minute and see if everybody enjoyed the game. I hope everybody enjoyed it. We'll see what we do. Maybe what's good BBN from Saudi Arabia? Are we talking about? The channel that everybody does? The channel that everybody watches games is from Saudi Arabia. Yeah, everybody gets a pirated feed from the Saudi Arabian channel. Yeah, I don't do a pirated feed. There's people that do it, but I don't do it. No, that must be what you're talking about, Loyal BBN, is the Saudi Arabia channel that does all the SEC Plus games that you can't get, and they do a feed, and people watch it. So they gave it out on KSR. They gave the address of that channel out and said, "Hey, everybody, go there." And everybody went there, and all of a sudden they went up. What's up, man? Yeah, what's up, Loyal BBN, man? Yeah, I was watching you guys last night. I watched a little bit after the football game today, which I didn't get to see. I listened to the fourth quarter, then I watched the highlights. Looks like we did pretty good, huh? I mean, Cutter Bowley ran over a guy. I saw that. That was pretty good. But no, man. Hey, thanks for coming by. I just want to hop on here for a minute. I did not get to do the game today. maybe we can beat Vandy. Vandy has an off week, and maybe we can beat Vandy. All the experts said we'd go 3-9, so I guess they were wrong, and we would not win an SEC game. I guess they were wrong about that. And so, hey, we got basketball Tuesday night. I will not be able to do that game, but man, that scares me. I got to be honest, loyal BBN. Michigan State scares me. They're got some big dudes on their team, and they throw elbows and they push people around. Poor Brandon Garrison better be ready for this game. They're going to eat him up. Vote number 5. Thanks, Chatsworth. Cutter is 6'5". Yeah, well, he ran over that guy. Yeah, I know the Michigan State game, loyal BBN. Look, man, those are some big dudes, and they play rough, and our guys can't handle physicality. And I mean, we got one dude, Diabate. Other than that, man, I hope they don't roll to the basket. Lady bass player, what's up? Yeah, I just wanted to get on tonight because I didn't get to see the football game, and then because I was busy doing something, and then I didn't get to do it, and then I watched the highlights, and it looks like we did pretty good. Now, somebody said there weren't very many people at senior day at the beginning of the game. I sort of looked at the video that KSR put out. It looked like the stadium was half full, which is kind of sad, for our seniors. I'm sure it filled up after the game started, but no, what's up? Hey, welcome. Come on in. Glad we won football. We got basketball is a tough game Tuesday night, guys. Don't sleep on Michigan State. I'm telling you right now. I watched the Arkansas game. I know they only hit 1-3, but man, they play rough. They play rough. Yes, lady bass player. Welcome in. But yeah, good football game today, right? That team had won 15 in a row. I knew we weren't going to lose that team. Was that you, Big Mike? I don't know which person on your show, if it's BC or you or Jimmy Jam or Miss Lee. But if that's you, Mike, welcome, brother. Man, thanks for shouting me out last night. I came on a little bit after the football game today. I got home and I jumped on your show. Breaking news: Mark Pope is overrated. Well, I don't know if he's overrated. Let's give him a little bit of time before we say that. The Louisville game, that's over with. That's November. We got to keep going and get to the deal is win your conference and get to the tournament. We got to win the SEC 40-18. 40-18. Oh, you're giving the Louisville record in basketball? Yeah, I mean, look, it was one game. I mean, Louisville played well, but it's November. And by the time we get to April, it's 4 months from now. March. Yeah, well, 5 months from now. Yeah, if we make it to April. But yeah, by the time we get to March and April, neither team will look the same. But we do need to play better. We do. Not just against you, but against everybody. Michigan State's a trap game, 18 in the series. That's true, lady bass player. I love it when two females go at it against one another. Guys, we can just sit here and watch Julie and lady bass player. No, guys, it was a nice look. That was a good game for Louisville. They needed that win, and they got it. So, football. You realize in the football series, KSR said very rarely does one team sweep. So whoever wins the football game loses a basketball game and vice versa. So maybe we'll win the football game, right? Based off of that stat right there. I think there's only been a handful of times out of all those games where somebody swept football and basketball. So, hey, maybe we're doing football. You never knew, which we've been doing well in football until last year. But we shall see. That beast in McHale. Yeah, they do. He's a good player. Yeah, they have a couple guards. That other guard's good. Yeah, Louisville has some good players, man. Look, they got a good coach and good players. And, maybe we'll see him in March. Maybe we won't. No, the doctor of dunk. Oh, you mean the dude from the 80s? Man, you guys are going way back now. If we beat Vandy, the pressure's off. Yeah, I think so, Mike. I think so. Yes. Just get Louisville. Yeah, it's going to be hard to beat Pavia. Now, they move the pocket east and west. They go left and right. He rolls out left, and he takes off running, and he rolls out right. Sometimes they'll throw it. Sometimes they'll pitch it. But they always, well, I say always, 2/3 of the time, they roll him out. So he's going to roll out. Now, we only lost 20-13 last year because a 3-4 alignment is good when you have 4 linebackers and 4 safeties to run somebody like that down. So, yes, a 3-4 is excellent. against what they do. And they play slow like we do. I think I said that, Mike, on your post-game show. I put a little comment. They don't play fast. I mean, they want a low-scoring, slow. That's what we want. So, hey, yeah, I'll take another 20-13 game if we can win. I mean, I'll take a low-scoring game. But, man, he's good. He is good. Jay Scheidler. You bring up Jay Scheidler reference. Man, you guys are going way back. Jay Scheidler. But no, we need to beat Vandy, right, and get that pressure off, and then just go, beat Louisville. And then all the experts said we were going to go 3-9. We were not going to SEC game, KSR boys. I could name SEC Unfiltered, SEC podcast, all the Fine Bombers. So, yeah, nobody gave us a chance to do anything, so we did pretty good. Some of sports is fixed. Oh, yeah. Well, I was watching a mob guy. Some of sports is fixed. Yeah. There's a mob guy. What is his name? Now that I got to think of his name. He's a really good dude. Got a lot of followers. What is the game? Now that I can't think of his name. Cannot think of his name now. Now that I want to think of his name. Anyway, he was talking about how he paid off referees and players. Players are the worst bettors, okay? So what the mob would do is they'd let them keep betting. They would get in for $50,000 and they'd come to him and say, Michael Franzese. That's the guy's name. Michael Franzese. Yeah, he's on YouTube. He has a channel. He'll tell you why you think the Jets have never went back to the Super Bowl. He says no. They fix games with referees and players. Now I don't know how many. Chucky Hepburn, man, you guys are bringing question. Can you elaborate more? Yes, but Michael Franzese is a mobster. Really now he's a good dude now. But yeah, go Franzese, Faranzee, Michael Franzese. Yeah, go on there. He'll tell you. He was on Jim Brewer. I don't know if there's a comedian, Jim Brewer. He went on his podcast and was telling them. But I've heard him say, you just tell the player, okay, you don't have the money to pay me? Okay, here's what you're going to do. You're going to put the ball on the ground if you're in football. You're going to fumble the ball. You're going to throw an interception. Or basketball, you're going to miss shots. You're going to throw the ball away. So that's how they weren't worried about winning and losing. They're worried about the point spread. Okay. They didn't care. They worried about covering the point spread. They put all the money on the under or on the over. And then, yeah. So it wasn't necessarily about winning, but it led to winning. So really good dude if you ever want to watch that. Dan Issel played soccer. Dan Issel was a good player. Michael Franzese, yes, thank you, Wildcat Highlights. Wildcat Highlights put that on there. So, yeah, he does a really good job of telling you how they, especially in the football. And basketball is easy because he said you can blow a whistle. If I get a ref in for money, I mean, you guys saw that Sacramento Lakers series back in the early 2000s, whenever Sacramento was like 20 points ahead going into the fourth quarter, and they blew the whistle every time. And, yeah, so sometimes sports is fixed. I don't know. I don't know if they can fix our game. I don't think our game needs fixing, but Key West needs to go to Key West. You guys are talking about players from back in the day. You guys are going way back. But no, guys, I'm glad we won that game. Yeah, we need to beat Vanderbilt, which will be a tough task. But they're talking about how Diego Pavia can run over a linebacker. So we need to be ready to tackle him. This is a Souls game. This is a Rainer game. I don't know if Alex Safari would play, but if he does, somebody, he runs. So pop him, somebody. Cutter stays. Yeah, Lady Bass Player, sounds like it. It sounds like Stoop stays and Cutter stays. So I think that's what's going to happen. Tackle, tackle, tackle. That's right, man. Tackle that dude because, man, he knows when to run. He knows where to run. I mean, he is one of the – I watched him at New Mexico State. As soon as I won money off of him at New Mexico State, okay? And then when he came to Vanderbilt, I said, hey, to my guys at work, I go, listen, there's a dude that's going to Vanderbilt, and he's really good. And, yeah, so I knew, okay, this guy is good. They went into Auburn when he was with New Mexico State and just, obliterated Auburn at Auburn. So, yeah, Diego Pavia. Don't know if he'll play in the NFL, but he's good in college. So, better than Miller Moss. Miller Moss made some comments. I don't know if you saw this. He made some comments about the football culture at Louisville will need to be fixed after the season. And some people didn't take that. They were talking about that on KSR tonight. Some Louisville players and fans didn't like that, and I don't know what he's talking about when he says football culture at Louisville. So I don't know what he's talking about, but he said something about Miller Moss said something about the culture needs to change, and some people that don't like him didn't like him saying that. So I don't know what that was. Player, lady, space, Cutter is staying. Oh yeah, Cutter. I think he'll stay. Yeah, we need to win a game and just put all this to bed. If we win one more game, then everybody gets to stay, and then and then we can just keep moving forward. Because I don't want to lose Brad White. I don't know what you guys think about it, because Brad White would leave too. So yeah, I do not want John Summerall or somebody like that and overpay for some guy that hadn't done jack. That guy hadn't even hadn't beat anybody. I think he beat his first ranked team, Memphis, this year. So yeah, we need to try to keep the coach we got. So all right, but anyway, Jared, the Good Old Boy Club. Yeah, no, they're not saying anything. KSR were the one came and said we do. Those boys said we go 3-9. They came on after South Carolina. We're going to go 3-9. Everybody before they get SEC podcast. Josh paid. SEC filtered. I call it filtered. It's not unfiltered. Filtered said we're only going 3-9. That's the best. Maybe 2-10. Maybe we're going to beat Toledo. So, So yeah, everybody was wrong. If you bet at Vegas over 4.5 games, like I did and a bunch of people did, you won some money today because they won their 5th game. So yeah, no, we're starting to play well. Does anybody know why? Hey, it's funny when you listen to people. How come Cutter Bowley's starting to play well? What happened? What did Mark Stoops tell Bush Hamden to open up the offense? No, man, people don't know football. It makes me upset. If you're listening and you're still on here, Mike, before the season said we're better than 3-9. Thank you. The reason Cutter Bowley's playing better is because he digested the playbook and he had time to practice and learn the playbook. And Jeff Picaro brought this up. He could not make sideline throws. He was struggling at the beginning of the year when he first came in. Now he can make sideline throws. So now we're opening up because we can spread out. Before we couldn't spread out. So now as he learns the offense, it ain't about Bush Hamden's a bad offense coordinator. When people were saying that shit, I was like, man, you guys don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I swear, no, Cutter Bowley's getting better because he's getting more time on the field to run the offense. Okay, now we can open it up. Now we hit Harley Gilmore today. Yeah, now we're throwing down the field because now he can throw to the sideline. But he was struggling at the beginning of the year, Texas, South Carolina. Now he can throw to the sideline. Jeff Picaro brought that up. He's able to make more throws, able to make more plays. So there you go. It isn't because somebody told Bush Hamden, Mark Stoops said, okay, go ahead and call the plays. No, he's just out of necessity. At the beginning of the year, the kid had to grow. Nobody just walks in there and learns the playbook, and So yeah, it took a while. Confidence is everything. Yes, it is, Mike. You're right about that. Cutter's got some confidence right now. He should be confident going into these last 2 games. Look, we're as good as these 2 teams are. We're as good as Louisville and Vanderbilt in football. Vanderbilt will be a tough one because Diego Pavi is a tough egg. He's a tough egg to crack. Okay, man. I mean, you can't miss a tackle. You can't make one mistake. If you turn and you cover the wrong guy, like I said, they move the pocket left and right. He rolls out left and right. They're constantly moving him, and then you try to chase him down, and then all of a sudden he throws a pass or pitches it, and So yeah, we can do it though. Julie, I think Cutter just had to mature. Sure. Yeah, I mean, right. He was young. Yeah, I mean, he's a kid. He played a couple games last year, but no, it takes time. People want you to automatically get results or you're fired. Like now, I know Shane Beamer lost his job today because it was 30-3 and he's talking shit to Texas A&M. One of my friends is a Texas A&M fan, and I saw that it was 30-3, and then I saw they lost, or that Texas A&M won. I texted my friend, "What the heck?" And he goes, "Yeah, man, South Carolina, Shane Beamer." So I don't know what happened with Texas A&M, but they came back and won that game. Jared, we have to outscore Vandy to beat them. Well, yeah. You know what, Jared? I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Everybody in here, the keys to winning the game: scoring more points than them. Any game, yeah, we have to outscore anybody we play to beat them. How about that? I wish someone would say the key in basketball every time they go keys to the game. The keys to the game is outscoring the other team. That's the key to the game. Yeah, the key, Jared, is to outscore them. Yeah, I know what you're saying though. Right, to keep score some points. We can't beat them 17-14. We need to get it up. We need to get up in the 20s. You're right. But yeah, Josh Heupel leaves for LSU. I don't know why Josh Heupel would go to LSU unless they offered him a bunch of money because it's a lateral move. LSU's not better than Tennessee, so I don't know why he would do that unless they offer a boatload of money, then which Tennessee's just going to match it. So I don't see him leaving. He would leave from Oklahoma because that's where he's from. Yeah, but he's not. I don't think he'll go to LSU unless they just offer so much money. Julie Cutter is from a big sports family. Yes. Aaron Boley, National Gatorade Player of the Year, and what? Well, whatever she is, I didn't know who Aaron Boley was. 2018 Player of the Year in what was she in? Well, whatever sport. Well, hey, if he's got a sister, I'm sure she's talented. But no, guys, basketball Tuesday and then football. Now, do we have 2 games in basketball? I think, do we play Friday again? I got to look at our basketball schedule real quick, guys. Hang on a second. Let me see. Who do we play? We play Michigan State, and then we played Loyola on Friday. Loyola of Maryland. Okay, well, Friday we play a scrub team, so we just got to get past Michigan State. Yeah, and then we play Tennessee Tech. Then we play North Carolina, Gonzaga, Indiana, St. John's. Wow, we better get our shit together in basketball. Florida ahead of Ole Miss, 24-20 at the half. Man. All right. Basketball. Okay, she was a good basketball player. Okay. I didn't know that Aaron Boley was a good basketball player. Okay, well, good. But no, Cutter Boley is learning the offense. And yes, Bush Haddon was never a bad offense coordinator. He just was limited on what he could, as he digested and got to learn more of the playbook, then you can run more of the plays. People in the media, I just shake my head at our media. And it's our media just as bad as it is the SEC media. Loyola Friday night. Yes, Lady Bass Player. Yeah, we should kill them. Full ride to Notre Dame. Oh, wow. So she went to Notre Dame. Okay. Well, Notre Dame's a good women's basketball school. So I did not know that. Julie throwing down facts about Cutter Boley family. But no, look, guys, Vanderbilt, they're on a bye. So, they're sitting there resting. They're breaking down the 3-4 defense, which I like our alignment versus, the offense that they run is perfect for the alignment that we run in defense, which is 4 standing up line. 4 linebackers can be standing up. We're going to need and 4 defensive backs. So I don't know who's going to play and who's not going to play, but I don't know who got hurt. I don't think very many anybody got hurt real bad today, but we played everybody on defense. And then there were people in there, offensive or freshmen. I was like, man, I don't even know who that is. I'd have to look on the 85-man roster to find some of those people. So we played a lot of people. Aaron Boley, Zeke Pinkham. Okay. Did she do well at Notre Dame? Julie's telling us about Aaron Boley. Did she do well at Notre Dame? I hope she did. I'm not a huge women's basketball fan, but no. All right, guys. So we're going to beat Vanderbilt. I mean, I'm sure we'll be. Look, I don't know. We'll probably be underdogs in both of these games. Not that I care. It probably makes it better if we are an underdog. But yeah, they'll be favored by 6.5, probably the touchdown, and we'll see. We lost 20-13 last year. So, Dan Issel trivia. Well, Lady Bass Player knows a lot about. Dan Issel was a good player. Man, if he would have played when there was a 3-point line, well, he was good in the NBA. I mean, he Denver Nuggets. He was a coach. Yeah, Dan Issel did a lot. That was one of our better players. If there had been a 3-point line, yeah. But he was a good player. But no, I was looking at the stats tonight. Look, underdogs in both games. I think so, Mike. Yeah, I think we'll be underdogs, and I think probably. Georgia's beating Texas 14-3, and Ole Miss has the ball after or excuse me, I thought it was halftime. No, it must be the third quarter. 24-20. Ole Miss is down to Florida. What the heck here? Cincinnati Reds. Cutter is a. Why do you think Cutter is so good at? You mean because of his genes? Is that what you're saying? His genes, Jared. Vandy's defense gives up points. Yes, I think so, Jared. Yes, we need to get that game up in the 20s now. I want to get that game. If we could score, man, if we could get up there to 28-30, yeah, we'd have a chance of beating them. Our defense just has to show up. You know what I'm saying? And I think they will. Like I said, we went for speed. We moved Afari up from strong safety to linebacker. So to get him closer to the ball. So yes, we need to play well on defense, and I think we will. Brad White will have him ready to play. Look, Vanderbilt, they kind of had an offense explosion against Auburn, but they don't usually score a ton of points, So we just need to do our thing. Seth McGowan, 3 more touchdowns today. Man, that dude runs hard. Yeah, we just need to run. Now, they do have a good defensive line. I will say that. So it's not going to be easy. They're good. They are a good all-around team. He doesn't stand back there and throw it 40 times. So they don't run a spread offense. So player Aaron went to Notre Dame, then transferred to Oregon. Okay. Well, she wanted to play somewhere else. And is married. Oh, well, if she was married to Dan Issel, she would have a lot of money. And she can play the bass. But no, Big Mike, if you're on here, I'd like to be. If I had to pick one, I'd rather beat Louisville. If I had to pick one. If you guys had to pick Vanderbilt or Louisville, obviously you'd rather beat Louisville, right? I mean, I want to win both of them. But if I had to pick one, I'd pick Louisville. Yeah. Because that would end our season on a high note. Not married to Dan. Well, lady bass player, you'd have a lot of. I'm sure he's got a nice bank account. And like I said, he played, he coached, he was a good player. Didn't want to go pro. Jealous bass player. Who didn't want to go pro? You mean she didn't want to go pro, Big Mike? Oh, you took the message out, Big Mike. That's all right. No, didn't want to go pro. I don't know what you're talking about. Dan Issel went pro. Yeah, he had a nice pro career. He played in the ABA, Kentucky Colonels. Then he played for Denver Nuggets. He tore it up with Kentucky Colonels. We got one ABA championship before that league folded. So now we're talking about the ABA. I can't believe we went from this to the ABA to yes, games are fixed. If you guys are, whoever in here was asking about games being fixed, yes, they are. Yes. This mobster, Michael Frenzies on YouTube, says athletes are the worst gamblers because they're too competitive. Okay. So they get them in for a lot of money and they can't pay it. And then they say, no, it's all right. You're going to put the ball on the ground. You're going to miss every shot. So yes. Muffet McGraw. Man, you guys, okay, you're talking on my head, Julie. You and Lady Bass Player are talking about some stuff. You got something going on the side here. So yeah, I don't know what you're talking about there. I don't even know who Muffet McGraw is. Sounds like a kid show. Muffet McGraw. I know who that is. Okay, well there you go. Muffet McGraw and Sabrina. I can't even say that word. Is super psycho. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. She plays bass. She plays a musical instrument. So yeah, that's tough gig playing a musical instrument. But no, I'm enjoying watching you two go at it about ABA and all kinds of high school and women's basketball. But what's everybody think about football? Huh? I think Mark Stoops can save his job. He might have already saved his job. To be honest with you, if we lost these 2 close games, I think he'd probably still keep him. It's with Caitlin Clark. Well, Caitlin Clark, whatever happened to Caitlin Clark? I know she got injured, but man, that went away real quick. So my allergies are acting up here. But no, look, all right. Well, look, Tuesday night on Google. Well, you got it. That's what Chat GPT. So But no, guys, Tuesday night. Let's talk about the basketball game for a minute. Michigan State, tough team. We're going to have problems with them. Okay, they don't shoot threes, but they go to the basket and they push you around. And I don't know how well Moreno and Garrison's going to do. I know Diamante will probably be fine, but these dudes are going to get physical with us, and we're in trouble in this game. This will be like the Georgetown game if we don't watch out. We got to hit some threes. Look, I know. Look, Jalen Lowe is probably out for the year, guys. By the way, he's probably out for. They're going to meet with him on Monday, his parents and stuff. Would you get surgery? Yeah, you get surgery in redshirt. You wouldn't try to play with a hurt shoulder. So I'm sure we're in trouble because I mean, look, that's what we brought Aberdeen in for. Maybe we can buy Jasper Johnson a little bit of time with Aberdeen and let them play the point. I don't know how you guys feel about that. That's what I'm saying. Basketball. Just let Jasper Johnson mature. Let Aberdeen play the point. Let Jasper Johnson be his backup, and that's what we're going to have to do because I don't think Lowe's coming back. I wouldn't come back. Transition defense, yes, and roll into the basket. Interior defense and transition defense. Yeah, our defense has been awful, guys. I mean, we played some crappy teams, but the teams we played there are good. Awful. Now Purdue went in there and beat Alabama. That surprised me. But yeah, our defense is not. I know it's ranked in KenPom. Well, that's because we didn't play anybody. I mean, we played Nichols State and Eastern Illinois is awful. So yeah, I don't care what we're ranked in KenPom in defense. Our defense is weak. So yeah, we need to learn how to play defense. This is where Mark Pope earns his money, trying to come up with the right lineups. Who's going to play? I think Jelovic needs to play more. Cam Williams needs to play more. So I don't know how he's going to do the lineups. But now you can't play every. He's got to shorten the lineup a little bit, I think. Julie, Dawn Staley in the house. Dawn Staley. I never cared for her. I thought she had a big mouth. I really didn't like her at all. Yeah. Now you're talking about women's basketball. Yeah. But no. Speaking of basketball, like I said, guys, Moreno should be starting. Maybe, yeah, Garrison's played awful. Maybe he should be starting. Hopefully JQ is back. Well, they're saying, Christmas. That's Mark Pope said something about Christmas. But man, I mean, he's gonna have to get in shape quick. Yeah, I mean, we just gotta get. I mean, we don't have any big guys right now. Garrison, yeah, I would think about starting Moreno and just. I mean, I'm sure he's gonna split time with Garrison, but man, I don't know what the answer is, guys. We were not ready for this. I mean, I know it's a point guard, but it affects all the other positions. But still, our interior defense has to get well, or we're going to get punched in the mouth Tuesday night. So it needs to be a low-scoring game. Okay, we cannot shoot. We do. I mean, Michigan State slows the ball down anyway. They slow the game down anyway. But yeah, we don't need to sit there and shoot 35 threes unless we're making them. But yeah, Jaden Quainitz. That's the key to the season, evidently. A guy that's hurt is the key to the season. Now, we missed on a couple players, and, so hopefully we will get some players for next year. But, yeah, I'd like to see Jelovic play more. Moreno's going to have to play. Cam Williams has to go in there somewhere because now he's starting to play well. Colin Chandler, I don't know how I feel about Colin Chandler. He's okay. Trent Noah is a liability on defense. I like his shooting. But, man, this Michigan State, he didn't play against Louisville. And I'm going to tell you what right now, these Michigan State guys are going to knock his ass around. So he's going to have to toughen up a little bit. So we'll see what happens Tuesday night. Oh, wait. I don't know what's up with – before I get off here, we've been on here 40 minutes. I will sit here. I don't know what's wrong with Otega Oweh, guys. He doesn't look like he even wants to be out there. So I don't know what the hell is he doing? He's scoring 12 points. Okay, so what? If he doesn't start playing well, we're in trouble. So I don't know what the answer is with him. Evidently, he changed his shot to try to fit the NBA. He thinks he needs to hit three-pointers. Man, forget all that. Just go to the basket and get fouled, will you? That's the way I feel about that. But no, let me take a look at some. Let's take a look at some scores here. Is Ole Miss still losing? Ole Miss is still losing? Man, that's unbelievable. That is unbelievable that Ole Miss cannot beat Florida. 24-20 at halftime. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. A lot of people got beat today. Georgia's winning, but South Carolina, man, I cannot believe they were up 30-3 at the half, and Texas A&M come back and won that game. That's unbelievable to me. Uh, I'm watching Ole Miss now. Yeah, Jared, I have money bet on a. I need Ole Miss to win some money, but like the SEC is beating themselves up. I never liked this playoff going to 9 games and then having a playoff system that's Indiana. No offense to Indiana, they got the 58th strength of schedule. I mean, yeah, we'll see when they play Ohio State. Money, yeah, that's what it's about, money. But half of your teams lose an extra game, so 8 teams are going to lose an extra game. So I don't know. Like I said, uh, it's just going to end up where we beat each other up. Like March 2, there's no more easy game. We get 2 cupcakes and that's it, guys. Whoever the coach is, if everybody's going to fire their coach when they have one bad year, there'll be 8 new coaches in the SEC every year because you're not going to go through that league, like that every year. It's just not going to happen. So we shall see what happens. But we need to win one of these last 2, if not both. So yeah, let's win 6 games and then everybody's happy now. So right. So, but yes, it's about money. All right, guys. Well, I will not be able to do the Michigan State game, but I will do a rapid reaction after the game. I will say this: it's not going to be an easy game because they get physical, and if we can't play better than we did against Georgetown, we're in trouble because these dudes hit people. Jared, I'm going back to UK Louisville game in 2 weeks. Oh, good. All right, we'll go to the football game. Yeah, KSR had a stat that very rarely is there a sweep. Does one team win football and basketball? So that's a good sign for us. Maybe we'll win because of that stat. When one wins basketball, the other wins football. So they beat us in basketball, maybe we'll beat them in football. I don't know. I think we're going to play hard in football no matter what. So that's the main thing. So we're really starting to play well. So yeah, and okay, before I get off here, some guy made a Zach Calzada. They were talking about this on KSR. He got paid about $650,000. He had incentives that if he, I don't know, played so many games, he would get over $1 million, but he didn't get over $1 million. Is what some guy did a video. There's a couple people that did videos about Zach Calzada, $1 million. He did not make $1 million. So yeah, love away. Okay, well, good. I wish he would play better. If you like him, Julie, I like him too, but I would like for him to play better. But yeah, Zach Calzada does not make $1 million. Some guy, you're going to see this video pop up in your feed. I went on there and told him he doesn't make $1 million. Cupcakes and pies all day long. He can bring the cupcakes and pies all day long, Julie. You like him that much? You going to let him cook for you? Okay. All right. Well, look, guys, I enjoyed it tonight. I just wanted to jump on real quick, throw Owe under the bus. No, I'm not going to throw him under the bus. He's right now he's under there by himself. Nobody has to throw him under there. You get off him under the bus. And like I said, I don't know where his head's at. He doesn't look engaged. That's all I can say in any of the games, really. So maybe he's going through something. I don't know. Maybe he's just having a slump. But anyway, okay, guys. Well, I'll see you. Well, I'll do a live next week. We'll do a live after the Michigan State game. But Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, yes. We'll do a live Wednesday night, and then I'll do the game Friday, even though it's Loyola of Maryland. I may do the game Friday. So yeah, and then I will definitely do the Vanderbilt game, whatever time we play. And I don't know if it's even been announced yet. So we got a lot going on. 2 basketball games and a football game. So hey, man, the season is rolling along. Enjoy it. I mean, have fun with it. Basketball, like I said, we need these guys play rough now. So we need to bring the defense and get rough with these guys because they're going to try to hit us in the mouth. All right. Well, Julie and Lady Bass Player, I enjoyed all your references from women's basketball and ABA and Dan Issel. That was a lot of fun. I don't know half of what you were saying, but as long as you guys understood. Thanks to Big Mike from Loyal BBN for stopping by. If you have not subscribed to Loyal BBN, that's who you need to be watching because they know basketball and football better than anybody, better than KSR. That's who you need. Watch their pregame show and their postgame show. That's what you need to be doing instead of going on there and listening to UK radio network. Those guys know what they're doing. So shout out to Loyal BBN. I'll see you guys Wednesday night. I will put out a video on Friday night. And yes, on Tuesday night. And then yes, I'll do the game Friday night. That's what I meant. So I'll do a rapid reaction to Michigan State, and hopefully it will be a win. But we got to come ready to play hard because these boys play hard. All right, guys. Have a good week, and I'll talk to you soon. Go Cats.